So this is just a quick video. I was told, basically, it was suggested to me that I need to be on YouTube. So I started YouTube years ago, jumped off of it, got back on it up, I think about a year ago, and then got back off of it again. And so this is me on here again. As you guys know, if you don't know, my name is Gwen, and I founded a Black nursing organization. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I'm a nurse practitioner. So this is just really going to be about how that gloss is glossing. Listen, and I got ADHD, so I'm gonna be on one topic and then switch because this Christian Dior, it's my favorite lip oil. I promise you, it's the best. This isn't my favorite color, but they had ran out. But this is my favorite oil. All right, back to this. So this whole series is going to be about me planning NurseChella. So if you don't know what NurseChella is, well, let me start from the beginning. For the last 10 years, I have been getting nursing students, community members all together to celebrate nurses. So each year we did something like really small get togethers. We had something called a grill and chill. We would help different organizations, things like that. But as far as networking, we would do something every year. Then my friend, he started having sneaker balls. And I was like, what could we do for nurses that would mimic a sneaker ball? Croc ball. We wear Crocs and um, we can dress up and wear Crocs. So you ain't hear about it from nowhere but here, Pittsburgh. Gwen, I started that, the Croc ball. So we had a couple Croc balls. It was very nice. Last year, I wanted to pivot into something called the High Tea with Tenacity, which was very elegant. It was a small, intimate event. It turned out very nice. I loved it. But this year is our 10th year anniversary, and I said we need to do it big. And so as I've been seeing over the last couple years, and then the one year that stood out is when Beyonce was there for Coachella. I said we should have NurseChella. NurseChella is the thing for 2026. So here in Pittsburgh, I will be hosting NurseChella under my group that I founded, Bold Black and Beautiful Nurses, hashtag B3N. So this series is going to be all about that, like the things that I've done, how it has affected my husband, who's over here. He's not going to get on camera today, but you might hear him in the background because I'm going to ask him some questions. Maybe we'll see. And then how's it going? Like how it started, how's it going, and prayerfully how it's going to be turned. Okay. So when I started, I have to always give props to because I always did good events. I ain't gonna hold you. But when I went to Atlanta last year to Marketing and Mimosas, I seen something that was done that was so much more than I had ever done. I've always had nice events, but this was on 1,000, like 0 to 1,000. It was amazing. And so I said, why can't I come back to my city and put that together? So I have a couple props that I want to show y'all that I'm going to be using that I have used to keep myself on track. Now, I didn't told y'all in the beginning. Now I got a little bit of ADHD. So just imagine planning and getting things done and you all over the place. But one of the things that I came up with was my board. Babe, can I show my board? I'm not going to show everything on my board. I'm just going to show y'all. This is like the board that I got, and this is the board. So this is one of the things that I said probably a month ago, maybe a couple weeks. Like, girl, you need to start writing it all down. Pause. I have two notebooks that I keep everything in. So I do write everything down, but I also needed something in my room that was visual that I needed to do. I have one more prop. It's over on the other side of the room. Hold on, I'm gonna go get. Should I go get it? Yeah, hold on. Okay, I'm back. So the last I'm holding this because I don't know, I don't feel like you can hear me when it's just on my shirt. And I got some in Symphony. She's one of the nurse Chellies. I'll talk about that later. But Symphony, she does videography. And I was like, Symphony, do you like the I was telling her about the ones that I got like hers and how they wasn't no good. And then she said, well, how much they cost? And I told her and she was like, cheap. Ain't gonna work. That was another sidebar. So this is my other prop that I use. So I'm gonna just try to get in. Is it in the frame, babe? Okay. Now, so this is what I use to mark all the people who bought tickets out of the state. Not people who bought tickets in Pittsburgh, because that's where I'm from, but from out of the state, people who bought tickets, because I think that it would be dope to try. Wait, I want to tell them. Turn it around for me. But turn it like this. So I got New Jersey, I got Ohio, different areas in Pennsylvania. We got Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, Georgia, Tennessee is the furthest that we got so far. So if you're watching this and you want to be a part of NurseChella, go to my website, www.b3ns.biz. Okay, so those is my props. I'm gonna have my books. I'm gonna have my um cart, like my board that I write stuff on, and then my map. So those are the things that's keeping me pretty much focused on NurseChella. So, babe, what do you think about the concept of NurseChella?
It's good. I mean, I looked it up a couple of times. I like it.
You looked at what? It ain't been.
I looked up Coachella just to
Oh,
kind of see the format of it all.
okay.
Yeah, I like it.
So our format, of course, couldn't be like Coachella, but we tried. It's indoors. We tried to get a park, and they played us. I really don't feel like they like. So I always feel like I get backlash because my name is Bold, Black, and Beautiful Nurses, and I felt like we got a little backlash. Did you? Wow.
Probably did because it's bold, black, and beautiful nurses.
Probably because I went out to this park. It was amazing. I had the money. We talked to the people. We had a meeting, Zoom calls. Then they started talking about we got to talk to the police and we got to get with security. We got to do all these things. And they never got back to me. So, you know what? I just pivoted. So now we're in the Monroeville Convention Center. I think I'm about to wrap this video up because I don't want it to be too long, but I want to say this throughout this situation, and I don't know what you guys believe, but I believe in God. I believe that God is my Savior, Jesus down the cross. So we need to put a pin in that. I have been relying on faith because the Monroeville Convention Center is huge. And I don't have the whole convention center, but the part that I have is still big. So I am praying that God fill it up with the nurses, the people, all the things so that it is more than amazing. The vendors that I got are amazing. I just got a young lady who's going to make amazing cookies to give to everyone. The activation stations are going to be amazing. So I'm just praying that the people will come. And people have been buying tickets, but I wanted to flood in. Like everybody goes. So let me tell you what we got on the lineup because we already said what you want to say one thing?
No.
Do you know who's on the lineup?
Yeah.
Who?
Angel from what's the show called? Married to the Medicine. She's
Bye. It's Angel from Married to Medicine. She's one of our premier um vendors as well, and she's from Married to Medicine. And then we have Jill Phillips. She's from Pittsburgh, but she lives now in one of the Carolinas. I'm not really sure. And then we have Tanise. She has a business called Get Wasted and Rich Nurse Gang. And then we have Renasia. She's from Pittsburgh, and she has Inlux. And so all of these people are nurses. I should say that first. But there are also entrepreneurs, some of them, most of them. And one of the things I've always sort of impressed upon people is going beyond the bedside. If you see that term hashtag going beyond the bedside, I started about 10 years ago. Going beyond the bedside for me always meant that we don't have to be stuck there. Of course, we have to work. And of course, we need to work and people need us. However, we don't have to be stuck in that space. We could do so many things with the education we have, right? I always tell people to use those initials. I always tell people to run them initials and use those initials to do other things. I can't think of the word right now, but I always impress that upon people. So we have people coming who are nurses and work in different areas of nursing, but also who are entrepreneurs because I definitely want to inspire people, encourage people to use that knowledge that they have to expand their situations. I can't think of the words that I use, but okay, whatever. So that's it. So we're going to have a panel group. Then we're going to have vendors. We're going to have entertainment. The VIP is going to have a silent party. Like all kind of things are going to be happening. So I am going to chronicle the things that are happening. Right? Right. Okay. Okay. I'm getting old. Sometimes I be thinking I'm saying stuff, but I ain't saying it. What you say?
I said two DJs.
Two DJs, yeah.
Not one, two.
Not one, two. On the wheels of steel. And one thing I gotta do, I gotta make a post because I need like 10 volunteers. All right. I think that's it for today. I hope you guys have an amazing day on purpose. I am trying to get this lighting together. So if you guys have any suggestions, I want to probably do it somewhere else. I have to figure that out, but I also have to figure out this lighting because it's not too good. One more thing. One more thing. I always like to say, I'm probably gonna have this hat on when y'all see me. I might put my little situationship cap on if I feel like it, because I can. But if I'm just being casual and chit chatting and talking to you guys, I'm probably gonna have a hat on. Is that it?